Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude BeyondMystic, and welcome to this special show tonight of Galactic Odyssey. You can find Julie on Maison Jupiter here on YouTube and also on the web at maisonjupiter.com. Julie, welcome back to the show.
Hey, JC, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Very good. We just recorded a long Astro Woo episode, but I think it's a really good one. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, folks, if you are in the Insider Access Pass membership on Beyond Mystic, you will see that I just posted this for you guys there. So it's available for you now. And I also posted the Jim Willie episode from earlier today. And of course, the Beyond Crypto Woo from yesterday. So a lot of material for you to cover here in the next little while. But folks, the Beyond Crypto Woo for April 2022 is also available now in pay-per-view. And the Astro Woo Finance will probably become available tomorrow morning. Just give me the time to re-upload everything and set that up for you guys. Walter Pell says, yes, Insider Access Pass is the way to go. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Julie, let's talk about briefly this April 2022 Astro Woo Finance. It seems like everything is coming to a head, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've been talking about for a long time about financial changes. I'm having some echo. Wait a second. Yeah, I think it's better. Okay. So we've been talking for a long time about financial changes that were coming for all of us. And in astrology, all big collective changes always happen around eclipses. And as of April, when we're starting the month of April, we're coming into eclipse season, as we call it in astrology. So we're having the first eclipse on April 30th. And eclipses have about a 1 month influence orb before the actual date of the eclipse. So the whole month of April is going to be under eclipse influence. And the first one is in the sign of Taurus, which is the sign related to money, to silver. Yeah. And it's tightly conjunct the planet Uranus. So Uranus is related to big changes, sudden upheaval, sudden changes, big revelations. It's also the planet related to revelations. And it's conjunct in the North Node. The North Node talks about increase of value, inflation also. So yeah, we have a lot of changes. Also the price of gold, price of silver, price of crypto value. These are all going to be changed during that eclipse season, and I think we're going to see a big increase in the prices of those things.
Yeah, and you said shocking or big changes, faded changes with these eclipse. Somebody was just reminding me here. Yes, I did interview Jim Willie earlier today. That also now is on the Insider Access Pass, and we talked about this big tectonic move. Russia here backing the ruble with gold and how that will affect everything moving forward. This cannot be underestimated. And it takes a while to explain how complicated this mechanism is pegged to also the oil here. But essentially, it's spelling the end of the petrodollar, which was put in place, of course, in 1971 after Nixon shut off the gold window and moved us into this petrodollar agreement. Of course, we knew last year, I did a whole show on this, that Russia had made an agreement with Saudi Arabia, ostensibly supplanting the agreement that was behind Nixon and the Saudis at the time. So we're now moving into the consequences of all that. And of course, this move by Russia is going to accelerate here the remaining de-dollarization, I guess, movement here around the world, and it's going to do so in a very, very quick fashion. Now, in the Astro Woo Finance, we also, of course, go into the 12 zodiac guides to help you personally with your rising and your ascending, or your ascending and your sun sign here on how to navigate the month of April. Can you explain that for the audience a little bit who maybe don't know, who haven't seen the Astro Woo Finance yet? Explain to them how we structured these shows and how they can follow along also using your birth charts on Maison Jupiter. Julie?
Yeah, so when we record the Astro Woo finance episodes for each month, we start by doing what's going to be the most important alignments in astrology for the collective. And also Janine is pulling some tarot cards for each of our collective general energy updates that we have for the month. And then we go into sign to sign predictions with astrology and tarot with Janine. So it's really, it's a lot of value, I think, because you can look up, first of all, your rising sign, and then you can look up your sun sign and your moon sign, even if you want to even get a more psychological, emotional point of view on your predictions with the moon sign. So it's like 3 readings with astrology and tarot, and you get really more personalized predictions, I would say, than general collective ones. So you can know where to invest your money, what type of changes are supported for you with the energies of the universe, because depending in which house they fall in your own birth chart, it's going to affect you in a different way.
Right.
So let's say we're talking this month about the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, because it is really like one of the most important aspects of the 2022 year. So it's going to affect everybody, but it's in the sign of Pisces. But it's going to affect you in a different way depending on what house it's going to fall for you in your birth chart. So yeah.
What's cool also about the zodiac signs and the way you break down the information, you talk about all the positive opportunities, but you also talk about some of the challenges that will be facing some of these zodiacs. So again, it helps you kind of navigate here. If you know what's coming around the curb for you specifically in your sign, you can make those micro adjustments in your life. Jenny is asking, how much do you think the renewal fee for Jean-Claude's Insider Access Pass will be? I'm hesitating as much as I can to lift prices. Jenny and I, in my guess, have not raised any prices since the beginning of this, but we're starting to feel it also on the back end with the server costs that are creeping up. And of course, now with the hyperinflation we're seeing, and we're going to see here in April and May with this move towards the gold-backed currency and perhaps CBDCs being introduced here very soon. So I don't know the answer to that, Jenny, right now. Again, I'm going to resist that as much as I can. But that being said, it's an opportunity right now, still at $240. It's equivalent to the $20 a month for the annual pass here. This, of course, gives you access to all of last year's production material and 1 year moving forward as well. So there's a lot in there. And just to consider that the Astro Woo Finance is about $400 worth of value by having these monthly episodes included in the past, really at $240, it makes a lot of sense. And also, we keep having a lot of weird payment processing issues across the board. PayPal keeps having issues, and a lot of people are emailing me. It has nothing to do with us or our website, but it is the banking system now, the SWIFT system, that is breaking up, and we're starting to see some of those issues. So hopefully the idea is that if you have your Insider Access Pass, you have access to all of our content without having to chase these payment processors on an episode-by-episode basis. So please do go check that out if you think that is of interest to you. Now, Julie, just to make sure also, following along with all of this content, you provide these personalized birth charts for the audience. Explain that right now, where you're at in the production schedule, and also the coupon code for the Beyond Mystic audience tonight.
Yeah, so I'm about 1 to 2 weeks delay of production for the birth chart because I do them all by hand. Sorry. And yeah, so you can choose the color of your choice. And it also comes with a 15 to 20 pages report with your most important alignments in your chart and your planetary positions. Mm-hmm. So, and yes, there's a discount code. You can use BeyondMystic for a 10% off your birth charts orders.
Okay, very good. That's the coupon code. So you can find that at maisonjupiter.com. The links are in the description box below, as well as pinned to the top of the comments after the show. Julie, Maya is asking, Julie, can we ask for someone else's birth chart? What do they need to do if they want to give this as a gift for someone?
Well, lots of people do that. They say it's a great gift idea. Sometimes we don't really know what to gift to people that we love. So I think it's as an original gift. And you only need their time of, first of all, date of birth, year of birth. Time of birth is kind of important too, if you can have it as precise as you can. And also the location where they were born. So city, country.
Okay, very good. And explain a little bit more in details, because I know we always pass through this, but this huge report that comes with the birth chart as well. What's in here for the audience members who don't know yet, and they think, oh, it's just going to be a little PDF, and it's kind of like a side added on feature, but really, it's a big feature. There's a lot of information there. Explain this, Julie.
Yeah, so the digital report is, like I said, 15 to 20 pages. So first of all, we break down all of your planetary positions. So there's, I think, 10 different planets, if I'm not mistaken. So we break down what it is, for example, to have your sun in Aries and to have your sun in the 5th house. So you have like both descriptions, and you have that for every planet in your birth chart. And your birth chart, you're going to have the same birth chart for the rest of your life. So it's really, I think, important to get to know yourself in that way, because it's sort of like a blueprint of your highest potential in this lifetime. So, and then with all your planetary positions, there's alignments that we call in the astrology aspects. So, like good aspects, how you can work them out, and also harder aspects between planets and angles, and how you can work them out for your best potential development possible.
Right. I'm finding that I'm learning more about myself, of course. I'm getting older in age, and still I surprise myself by reading this and understanding, oh yeah, that is me. Had I known that before, I might have made easier moves in my life. So anyways, guys, give it a try. Really, really cool product. April Marshall, I wish you would timestamp the different signs. Thanks. Okay, well, April, we don't timestamp them, but what I do, if you're looking at the Astro Woo, for example, when we're reading for Sagittarius, you'll see the top corner change from from sign to sign. So if you scroll and you look at the thumbnail on the video, you will be able to pinpoint your exact time doing that as well. So I hope that helps. It's the best way we can do it right now, given the capabilities and limitations of these live software when we're recording. And of course, trying to produce these at a lowest cost possible for all of you guys. Okay, Julie, let's get into the topic here tonight. Another concept here for April. We kind of touched upon it here on the April Astro Woo Finance. It's all about detox and the main reasons why people should not ignore right now their physical bodies, as we are going to be called to go through more and more energy upgrades here as we move forward. Where do you want to start with that?
Well, it was part of the first part of the Astro Woo episode that we filmed today. So I know it's supposed to be a financial themed episode, but I think this new moon is kind of important. So I thought it would be interesting to mention it. So tonight we're going to talk about this one. I think is it Friday the 1st?
Yes.
Yeah. So this Friday, in a few days, we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Aries. And this one is kind of important because it's the first new moon of the astrological year that started on March 20th. And so first new moon in the first zodiac sign. So it's like a big launch energy in order to launch us into this new year, this new energy, and to be able to move as best as we can with all the changes that are going to come in this astrological year of 2022-2023. So I noticed one really important theme about that was going to be getting our physical body prepared for all the changes that are going to come in this 2022-2023 year. Mm-hmm. And this new moon is really tightly conjunct the planet Chiron. Well, it's not a planet, but it's an asteroid, but same. Chiron is said to be the wounded healer energy. So we have the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Chiron all in a little pack together in the sign of Aries during this new moon. So, and I noticed around me there were lots of people getting sick. And I kind of asked Janine what she thought, because I had this like deep intuitive feeling that we were getting an energetic upgrade. And she kind of said, she validated that. And she said, yeah, we're getting ready for all the changes that are to come this year. So it made a lot of sense for me. Mm-hmm. And also the ruler of this new moon is the planet Mars. And Mars in this new moon, at the time of this new moon, is conjunct Saturn. So Saturn in Aquarius is like the old and the heavy energy. And Mars is like taking action. So Aquarius is the sign of energy, frequency. So when we have those two planets together, it's like letting go of old energy to be able to hold even more light and new energy coming in to this new phase.
Mm-hmm.
So so I wrote body starting its detox with Chiron. So first of all, people getting sick, I think it's mostly because the body is trying to detox itself. So it's like trying to push away toxins and old energy that it doesn't want to hold on to anymore, heavy energy, in order to feel lighter. So letting go of toxins also. And what's interesting about that too is that spring is usually connected with liver detox. And in astrology, liver is connected to the planet Jupiter, because Jupiter is like, you like to eat really rich, you like to eat rich foods, so it's connected with Jupiter. And it's not, well, we know it's not the best for your liver. And Jupiter at that point, and the new moon is going to be in a conjunction with Neptune. So Neptune is connected with toxins. So we're letting go of toxins in our liver. So I think it is going to be a very important theme around that new moon. And also Mercury is related to the nervous system, also to our behaviors, to our monkey mind, so our mental thoughts. So I think this is also a detox that is going to be more psychological, maybe detoxing of old patterns, behavioral patterns. So yeah, it's physical, but at the same time, I think it's going to be very mental and energetic.
And how does it relate to, and maybe I can ask you to pull some cards on this as well. For a lot of people, the detox will also be detoxing from negative, influential relationships in their lives. And for a lot of people, that might be a challenge, depending on who those people are, if it's friends or families or loved ones. But it is still a necessary path here in order to be able to let the new energy and the energy of new people coming into your life as well. So can we maybe pull some cards and see what's in store for people here, and maybe give them some advice on how to clean the house as it pertains to their toxic relationships?
Just a second. Okay. Okay, so it's pretty clear. I got two cards from my Oracle deck. I don't remember how this one is called. Oh, the Starseed Oracle deck. I really like it.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm buying all the oracles that I think are cool.
Cool. I like that.
Collectioning. Okay, so first card I got is the same one we got when we did the show with Joe, so it's pretty funny. It says called. So soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So the little person on the card is like entering a new portal of energy. And on the other one, there's also a portal, so it's pretty funny. And it says big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So for me, it's kind of clear with those two cards that we're like going in a new place, new frequency, if you want to call it 5D, a new portal. It's like new frequencies, new frequency attunement. So we need, first of all, well, I think most of us did some work on our inner selves before this time. So I feel like now it's more like your external environment has to match your inner frequency.
Yeah.
Whether it be relationships, work situation, place of living. So I feel like right now, like the inner work was mostly done, well, to go into this portal. And now we're like really walking into this new energetic portal where we have to, everything in our life has to match our frequency in order to be able to move on.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, cool. Explain some of these symptoms. You went through a similar one, and maybe there was astrology involved. I believe, was it December or January? You had kind of the same kind of weird
December.
detox. Yeah. You want to like, if you feel like sharing, just because for a lot of people to be watching this, like, hey, me too. That's exactly it. I thought my family was telling me it was the CV thing, but it's not. There's something else going around here. Explain the symptoms a little bit, if you can.
Yeah. So yeah, lots of things were going on. I'm trying to remember. So okay, in December in my chart, I had what we call in astrology your nodal return. So the lunar nodes return to the exact position they were on the time of my birth. So my north node is in Gemini and my south node is in Sagittarius in my birth chart, and they were in the exact same position in the sky as they were in my chart. So usually it's like a big portal opening up for you, and mine are in my 4th and 10th house. So my north node is in my 10th house. So where I have to put my energy to go towards in this lifetime is more of my career and being more public. So I had this like big portal of energy opening up in December, and I kind of knew it beforehand, and I'm like, okay, something's probably going to happen to me, but I didn't know until I started to talk with JC, and I started doing videos on BeyondMystic, and like everything changed in a very big manner all at the same time. So I had like all of those like energetic upgrades. So I had trouble sleeping, I had trouble eating because I felt like this energy buzzing all the time.
Right.
And I feel like I was kind of being called to put forward my mission. So I was like, okay, I got you. But it's like on the physical level, it was pretty intense, like all the changes that were going on for me to adapt.
Can you talk about maybe either the fever or the weird dreams, the recurring, like almost old programs trying to convince you maybe to sabotage you? Like, because I know a lot of people are thinking that right now and they're going through that. And just hearing that, like, this is how that works, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I got this. I can get through this.
Yeah.
Explain that a little bit.
I think it was back in January. I had a fever, and I had not been sick for about maybe 3-4 years before that. So it's like I was like, what's happening? And I like my friends got sick, but I didn't have the same symptoms as they had. I had more of a fever, but I had nothing else. So it was just like my inner temperature. So they say that when you have a fever, you're like transforming inside of yourself. You're like it's like how do we say that? Like a fire that transforms you, like an inner fire.
The alchemical fire.
Yeah. So everything, like when energy is transforming, there's heat that's being created at the same time. So having like a fever, it's like you're transforming yourself. So I had that. And at the same time, I thought I was going crazy because I had all those like thoughts that were coming in a loop in my head, and they were like all the same thoughts going over and over again. So I was like, oh, I think I'm purging my old programming in relation to like specific situations. So I was able at that time to be like more of an observer and be like, okay, that's what's going on. So I'm letting go of all programming. It's fine. So I was trying to not get too involved in this. But yeah, it was intense.
It's so hard because you're looping, you're trying to go to bed, you're trying to get out of that loop, and it's still and you know this is not good, you know these are not your thoughts, but still they're persisting, and it's really annoying. So I know how you feel. But let's
is that what's happening to you right now?
I think so, yeah. I did have a bit of that fever a couple of days ago, and that looping at night also of these weird thoughts that are not my own. I know they're not my own. But at the same time, it's really hard to shake it. Your body's going through this whole thing, and you just have to kind of go with the flow and let it go here. You mentioned the old programs. One of them may be more importantly that could, where the audience could maybe relate, is the fact that as of December 29th, we're shifting into this new era where abundance is coming towards people who are aligned more with their spirituality as opposed to the old physical world. Explain to you maybe how that was also maybe part of those loops for you during that time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, in December 29th, we had the planet Jupiter entering the sign of Pisces. And Jupiter is like abundance. It's like the planet of gifts. It's the Santa Claus of astrology, if you wish. And the sign of Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's more of a spiritual energy. It's like coming back to the one type of energy. So when we have Jupiter, which means what we're going to value as a collective in the sign of Pisces for about a year or so, it's kind of signaling that what we're going to value is everything that is going to be related to Pisces themes. So spirituality, healing, people in service to humanity, humanitarian causes, charity, being able to give back to other people, compassion. So all those values are being rewarded financially as of December 29th for I would say not even this year. I would say for the rest of onwards, going onwards.
Mm-hmm.
So we're used to maybe the old world of how it used to work for people.
Scarcity programming. Yeah.
A lot of scarcity programming, especially for for healers and for people working in spirituality and healing. So and esoteric also. Yeah, so we start with this programming of not being able to receive maybe as much abundance as the energy we're giving out. So we're kind of blocking the energy exchange because of past programming. And with this past programming, I think it's also linked to past lives of making how do we say that in English? Vœux de charité.
Donations, charity donations.
No. I mean, like if in a past life, for example, you were a nun and you vowed to be
celibate,
poor, like
poor.
Well, I don't know how it's called.
A vow of not celibacy, celibate, but a vow.
Yeah, you get my point.
Yeah, to not have money. Yeah.
Lots of us, especially in spirituality and healing, we have made those kind of wishes in past lifetimes. So it's kind of blocking us from getting abundance back to the energy we're giving out. So we have to work on those past programming also.
What's the term in English? Oath? Oaths?
Oath. Yeah, you're right. Poverty oath. Yeah.
Oath of poverty.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, people in the chat. You're helping.
Think about it there.
Yeah. So lots of us, we were stuck in those loops and programming of not being able to accept because religion said in the past that money was bad and it was good to give out but not to receive, which is totally a lie if you think about it, because you put out energy in the universe, so you're getting back energy. There has to be an energy exchange for the healing to work.
Yeah. And in the Chinese proverbs also, you say you don't put clean water in a dirty glass. So moving your lymphatic system around now, removing the toxins will, of course, let you hold a higher charge. And I think this is what's coming, all of this energy. We've talked about for the last couple of months also, Cliff High was talking about the fact that we're moving into this new area of space where the energy is just more energized. And in general, humans, through our vagus nerve system, we are very frail right now because of all of this weird chaotic energy we're going through. Do you want to share also, you found a video, it was a couple of weeks ago, I think you had shared it with me, I'm not sure where it was, about not detoxing, but relaxing your vagus nerve.
Yeah.
You want to share that with the audience?
For sure.
Yeah.
So it helped me a lot. So you can look up vagus nerve system on YouTube and you can find lots of exercises. They're usually very easy to do. So I found one, and you have to lay on your back and put your hands and hold your head. So your head has to stay in position, but your eyes, like you move your eyes to the side for about 30 seconds while your head is like not moving, and you do that on the other side, and it resets your vagus nerve system. So I'm trying to do that before going to sleep, and I feel like it's helping a lot.
I think this was the one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
let me bring that link down for you guys too. Give it a try. I did give it a try also, and I think within the first 10 or 12 seconds, I felt that at first I'm like it's not working, and then suddenly I felt like a huge like release, I guess, of tension like really quickly.
And while you do it, like you hear like well, you don't hear it, but you feel your nervous system being like, okay, I can relax now. So
yeah, exactly. That, of course, and if you're looking for a better night's sleep, also please check out Cliff High's new Pure Sleep. This is Pure Sleep Volume 2, a new and improved taste, and also we have these resealable jars. Really, really cool. I really like this new flavor. Also, you can check that out at purebulk.com, and there, if you use the coupon code BeyondMystic, you'll get another 10% off of this lovely Pure Sleep concoction. All right, Julie.
Teresa says, so funny, I just watched this yesterday.
Which part?
Oh, I think the vagus nerve.
Oh, okay, the video. Oh, see, yeah, we're in tune with everyone. Let me see here. I had some starred comments. Okay, somebody's saying, JC, you need to shave, man. I'm like, okay, JC, you need to shave. And then everybody's like, no, he looks good.
I think it looks good on you.
JC looks great. So which is it? Okay, so folks, type in number 1 if I need to shave, number 2 if I should keep going in the chat, and I'll tabulate that later tonight. And I'll
kind of a bad boy look.
Bad boy. Yeah. This is actually not my bad boy look. It's just my too lazy and I'm too busy producing videos. I haven't had time to shave, so we'll see. Yeah, puts me to sleep. Okay. Oh well.
Oh, you have lots of numbers.
Yeah, it's mixed. I'm gonna say it's mixed. I don't know. Don't shave. Keep shaving. Yeah, it's like half and half. I don't know.
Two you need to shave, or are you?
2 I need to shave. I know. Wait.
No.
1 I shave, and 2 I keep going.
Well, you have lots of 2s.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Keep it. Okay.
And you said like we're under a lot of new energies where we are in the galaxy, but also like all the changes that we've been doing in our lives, it really stimulates the vagus nerve system because we're always in like survival mode, right?
Right. I was trying to have fun and participate with the audience, but my default nature is what Libby is saying there. I'll just do what I do. I really don't care what anybody thinks, but I thought it would be fun to participate and have fun with you guys. Yeah. Winsong, yeah, do what you do, JC. Yeah, I'll do what I do. All right. Julie, do you feel like taking some questions from the audience? And if so, how do you want them to phrase the question? Are we doing Astro? Do you want to do Tarot? Do you want to do both? Maybe a mix of both? Like, how do you want to spend some time?
Let's do both.
Okay.
Maybe put your rising sign and your question, and I will try to do both.
Okay. So rising sign, question. So I'm a Libra rising, and my question is, will I get a raise next month type of thing? That makes sense? Okay, so let's see if we can get that populated in the chat. I'm also going to look at the Insider Access Pass group as well. And why not the PayPal tip jar too? I appreciate the tips from you guys. Let me see if we can bring that link back up here. Hold on. Okay, well, why don't we start with me? You know my rising sign. And I want to know, April, for my rising sign, what specifically I need to know with respect to business development.
Okay. I'll get the cards.
Okay.
I like that. It's exciting. Usually you never ask questions.
I know, right?
Personal questions, I mean.
Who is that man with the beard? He's not great, Steve.
Okay, so professional. How did you word it?
Business opportunities.
Business opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
For JC. Okay. Okay. I have just one last card. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we've got. I'm not as good as Jenny to put all the cards on the screen. I'll do my best. Okay, we've got those 3 cards for you.
Okay.
So you were asking about opportunities. Well, there is going to be many opportunities. And looking at your chart, this new moon is going to fall in your 7th house, which is the house of partnerships. So definitely new partners coming in. So we have this. So people reaching out to you with like an open heart energy, you receiving messages from people that are on the same kind of wavelength. And I've got this. So a new project that is going to be done with partners. So this one is more like a passion project, something like you really care about, something you've been wanting to do for a while, and you're now going to be putting the efforts. And the page is like it's starting something. It's like the early stages of a new project. And we have the 10 of Pentacles of creating a new community, but also having lots of financial abundance. So it's going to be very successful new projects that you're going to start.
Wow, that sounds a lot like the Beyond Mystic Academy is going to be doing well. Can't wait.
I think so.
Okay, very good. With or without the beard, JC, you look great with or without the beard. Okay, thank you. I don't know why I'm stuck on that. It keeps popping up on my field of view. Okay, let me ask you this one. It's not a typical question with the astrology per se, but maybe for the cards. Secret Squirrel from the Insider Access Pass is asking you, Julie, is the Edgar Casey prediction of a global coastal event still to pass? The Navy remote viewers saw it too. Some of the remote viewers at Crypto Viewing also saw it. What do you think?
Edgar is it Casey? Like a pole shift? No, you would say like a coastal.
Yeah, the coastal event is big water over the coast, but yeah, I'm not sure that Edgar Casey was saying that it was because of a pole shift. So I'm not sure what the cause of it was. Okay. Although it could have been the pole shift too. Well, let's talk about, generally speaking, the coastal event. The Navy has this new map out there for the future, and there's a lot less land on their map based on some of this remote viewing. So let's see what the cards have to say.
My dad is a big fan of Edgar Casey. He's been... Okay. I would say yes. I've got the Judgment, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as predicted.
Okay.
So for sure, I think some earth changes because we've got this card, but I think these coastal changes are going to happen slowly, because the Page of Pentacles is like a slow and steady type of energy. And okay, I think we're going to have a say in this, because the King of Swords is like a manifestation king, if you will. So I think we still have a way to limit the damages, but there is a big change for sure coming up. Yeah. So I would say yes, but less damaging than he initially predicted.
Okay. Walt is also saying yes. Cliff High in the old Webbot data reports, the Alta reports, there was some coastal events also in the United States. I believe Penny Kelly also in her book, The Robes, did talk about some coastal events, big changes.
And also in the astrology, we've got the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction happening right now. It's going to be exact on April 12th. Mm-hmm. And it's like Neptune is the planet of water, and Jupiter expands everything it touches. So when Jupiter and Neptune are in the exact same position, it's like an overload of water. So it's like sadly, it's like a great conjunction for floods, for like having
perhaps not a good time to be on the side of a beach in mid-April in Florida. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, wow. Yeah.
Okay. Let's try to pick this one from the chat. Jenny Alicia. Double Leo. What can you tell me about my North Node in Pisces in the 7th house on my birth chart?
Okay, give me a sec.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Are you already there? No, that was great.
Well, I just changed my the rising sign on my chart. Okay,
Okay.
so she says North Node in Pisces. Okay, in her 7th house.
Okay, while you check that, guys, please do join us tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock Eastern for the other tarot readings by Janine episode, our weekly Wednesday night episode. On Thursday, Jason Quit coming back to the show. This is going to be really, really fun. We're going to get into, well, the title is Beyond Disclosure with Jason Quit, but we're going to get into some weird origins of a lot of the contactee and ET stories that a lot of us take as fact. So it'll be a trip down memory lane, and perhaps readjusting some of what we thought we knew was true in that narrative, and hopefully having this conversation. And we're also going to have fun. It will better serve us in terms of using discernment as we get into this next part of the year, where perhaps we're going to be confronted with even more extraterrestrial news, as is coming up also in the Webot data reports, as well as Julie's astrology. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursday evening. So Julie, let's get back to Jenny.
Okay, so well, I'm trying to pick a card, but no card wants to get out of my pile for now. So first of all, if you have your North Node in Pisces in the 7th house, so Jenny, it means that you're a healer and the way that you approach relationships. So everybody that you're going to come in contact with, whether it be relationship, whether it be clients, I don't know if you have clients, but if that's the case, anyone that you come in contact with in your everyday interactions, you have like a healer type of mission. So you're going to bring them your energy, and it's going to be very healing for them. So if you have your North Node in your 7th house, it also means that you have your South Node in the 1st house. So South Node talks about your past lives. So it means that in past lives, you've been more of an individualistic type of person. So you were really focused on your individual goals. You were probably very independent, very self-sufficient. So in this life, you need to experience the opposite type of energy. So collaborating with people, being helped by people, also helping people. So you need more to explore that kind of collaboration and relationship type of energy.
Okay, that's good advice. Let me try to pick this question from the Insider Access Pass. This is from Virginia. She's a Gemini rising. Should I move out of state this year? So Gemini rising, should I move out of state this year? And that's from Virginia.
Okay. So right now, the thing I'm kind. Oh, that's good. Yeah, keep on smiling, Jenny. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, for the question we just had, right now, before I pull cards, what I can see is that the April 30th eclipse is going to be in your 12th house, which is the house of traveling abroad. It could also mean moving abroad. So it's kind of like getting out of your comfort zone, also related to place of living.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna pull cards. Can you repeat the question just to make sure?
Yeah. Virginia, Gemini rising, should I move out of state this year?
Okay, I think we have a big yes. We got the Fool, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So the Fool talks about the need to, again, get out of your comfort zone, do things differently, travel, explore different things. And it's kind of saying that you are going to be okay financially, and more than okay, because this is the 10 of Pentacles. So you're going to find a new community. You're going to feel at home. It's kind of the card that also talks about family, of being financially wealthy. And I'm thinking maybe you will also move because of your work, since you have the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in your 10th house. So maybe you're going to need to travel for work or move for work. But anyways, you're going to be very successful in doing so.
Wow. Okay, that sounds good. Let me see if I can pick another one cool here. I saw something about time travel. Oh, no, wait. Timeline. Okay, so we got that one. Cat Bear. Capricorn, Gemini rising. So Gemini rising. How can I best use my sound healing business? Do I do it for individuals or group? And also, am I a time traveler? Okay. Cat
Okay.
Bear.
So it's
You
a
want to tackle
sound
that?
healing business, right?
Yeah. Gemini rising. How can I use that best? How can I best use my sound healing business? Individuals or groups? And also, am I a time traveler?
Okay, so first of all, you've got the Jupiter Neptune conjunction in your 10th house, which is like the healing energy in your career. So you're right on your path, first of all. And 10th house, it's also reaching a larger audience, becoming more public. So I don't know if you're on social media or if you're being more public about yourself, showing yourself more out in the open, because 10th house, it means that you can gain more popularity doing what you do. So you could have an increase in clientele due to your public image that's being more out in the open. So I'm thinking more large groups than one-on-one for you.
Okay. Makes
And
sense.
time traveler.
Pick a card on that one. Is Cat Bear a time traveler?
Oh yeah, I think so. I got those two cards. So the Six of Cups, it's like it can talk about soulmates, but also nostalgia. So it's like it talks about time, and it talks about visiting people that you love, then you feel connected to in other timelines, in other dimensions, and also bringing back your knowledge of visiting other timelines. So yeah.
Wow. I had a feeling it was going to be a yes. Like, it's cool sometimes. Wow. Okay. Yes, new sound healing degree, Cat Bear. Yeah, you're right on the money there. Okay. Julie.
And I have to say, regarding that question too, Neptune is the planet connected to sound and sound healing too. So it's in your 10th house with Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and it's the planet of financial abundance. So it's really really good opportunity window for you to make it big, become more public, being more popular, put yourself and your business out there. So yeah, it's really good for you.
Wow. Okay. Let me see if I can pick one last one. Let me see here. I'm trying to pick something cool. You guys have a lot of cool questions. It's just scrolling by pretty fast. Hold on. Well, Starseed mission. Okay, let's do that. Jules 929. Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun. What is my Starseed mission?
Okay. Okay, so right now, I just with the North Node being positioned in your 6th house right now, I can tell you that you're in a part of your mission that's asking you to work really hard and to be in service to others, because the 6th house is like the house of service.
Right.
So it's really asking you to put in the work right now. And Sagittarius, it means you're a teacher. You were a born teacher. So you have to share some wisdom. Just going to pull cards for you.
All right. Jules 929.
Okay. So we have 2 cards. Okay. I've got this card. It's called Deep Cellular Healing. I'm just going to read it. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So there's a part of your mission that has to do with healing, for sure. Okay, my lighting is off.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So there's a part of your mission that has to do certainly with healing. And the other one says surrender to the sweetness. Okay, this way. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. And you know what's funny is Sagittariuses are like known to be the life of the party, to be party animals, to like to host some parties at home. They're very optimistic, social. They like big gatherings. So I think the most healing that you're going to do is by just being very optimistic, sharing your energy with people, being social, just sharing it by being yourself and being around tons of people. So it's really like a social energy, I think.
Okay. Okay, very good. Cat Bear says, thank you so much, Virginia. Thank you, JC and Julie. And Jules, 929, who just did. Thank you, Julie and JC. Okay, very good. One last question. We'll take it from the PayPal tip jar tonight. A big thank you to all of you PayPal tip jar donators. Amy is asking, so Leo rising, I feel my way of helping, quote unquote, during this upcoming time deals with children. Is this true? Leo rising, and she feels that helping children is part of her path in this upcoming time. Is that true for Amy?
Okay, so well, Leo energy, first of all, is connected to children. So all people that have a strong Leo in their birth chart, usually they're really good with children, with raising children or educating children. So that makes a lot of sense for me. And also, if you're a Taurus sun, it means that you have your sun in your 10th house. So right now we have the North Node in your 10th house, also in Taurus, and we're going to have an eclipse on April 30th in your 10th house. So I think you're going to be very much activated during the month of April. And for the upcoming 1.5 years, because we're going to have the nodes in the Taurus Scorpio axis for 1.5 years. So I think you're going to be very activated for your mission. I'm just going to pull a card for you.
Okay.
And because it's a new moon solar eclipse, that means it's going to start an important new chapter. So it means you're going to have to maybe start a new work, start a new project. And yeah, just a second. We've got the same card that we had just a while ago. So called. So exactly what I just said, you're being called to act on your mission, on your soul gifts. So if you feel that working with children is connecting with you, I would say, yeah, do it. And the other one, it's courageous. How do we say that? Peony? You're muted.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyways, it says multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So I think the first step would be to put yourself out there and really shine your light in the most authentic way possible. And really don't be afraid to tell people who you are, what you want to do in life. And I think you're going to build the right connections in order to move on with your mission activation.
Peony meaning it's like a flower?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I know it's beautiful. I just didn't know how to pronounce.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
Peony, that's not in French pivoine? No.
Yeah.
Pivoine?
Yeah.
No. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Pivoine. Yeah, okay. My grandmother used to grow these in her backyard.
It's beautiful.
And for the longest time. And anyways, when she died, and this is like 20 years ago, I took the bulbs of these peonies and I brought them home. And so they grow every year here in my backyard too. Could you imagine?
Wow.
Wow, the connection. Okay. We had to talk about that tonight. So I guess my grandmother is saying hi. Hello.
Hi. Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma. Yeah. Oh my God. we used to have these long conversations. When I was going to university, I didn't go to dormitories. I would drive all the way back from where my parents lived to university, and sometimes between courses, instead of driving all the way back home, I'd just go to grandma's house, and we would have these long conversations about reality.
Oh wow!
Anyways,
Did
yeah.
you have tea too?
Did I have tea? No.
No.
She did though. She was a tea drinker. I was never a tea drinker. No, not really. In those days, I was probably drinking Pepsi or Coca-Cola. It wasn't good. No.
Nah.
No, I was just a kid on caffeine trying to get through my university years. Yeah. Rose says, "Hi, Grandma. Hi there." Okay, cool. Julie, you talked about being called. For those in the audience members who would like a call with your beautiful and amazing sister, Sophie, what's going on with the bookings right now? What's the new product here? And what's the schedule looking like for people who want to book right now?
Oh, so I think, let me check right away. Right now, we're booking for May, I think about mid-May for Sophie, but she's opening up a few tarot priority booking appointments for 30 minutes as soon as she can. I know she's been feeling under the weather for the past days for her too. Great. So as soon as she feels better, she's going to open up some new tarot priority bookings for 30 minutes if you have some more specific question you would like to ask. Okay. And also you can put BeyondMystic for a 10% discount with your appointment with Sophie. And Sophie only does tarot. I just want to mention, because sometimes people confuses us together. I do astrology, she does tarot.
And she also talks to dead people.
Yeah. So we're not supposed to talk about it, JC.
Oh, I didn't say that out loud.
I guess we could give everybody a sneak peek. She's been telling us recently that she's being mentored by a medium right now to develop even more of her mediumship abilities. So sometimes she says that she wants to do tarot with some clients, and all that comes up is like past people that passed on to the other side that want to give out messages to the people that have booked the reading instead of going with the tarot cards. So she says that until she passes the messages, she can't really read cards. So they're like, hey, you need to pass my message. So she's like, yeah, it's coming even more regularly with the people I read.
Cool. Well, guys, check it out at maisonjupiter.com. And there, of course, you're looking for the consultations page. You can use the Beyond Mystic coupon code for both the consultations and also for the personalized birth chart. Julie, anything new coming up on your YouTube channel here? You just posted the astrological signs for April also. Do you want to navigate the audience through that here? How to... maybe take the maximum out of these episodes. This is the first time you're doing these in English also. For your audience members.
Yeah, with Sophie, I was going to say avec Sophie. With Sophie, we do every month predictions for all 12 signs. And we did, for the first time, all the 12 signs predictions in English, because we got a lot of demands for that. Yeah. And, thank you, Therese. And so we put up videos for the eclipses for all 12 signs, so you can look them up on my YouTube account, Maison Jupiter. And also I put up some Astrology 101 videos in order for you to understand even more your birth chart, because I know this is a very complicated topic. And I've got really good comments. So thanks everybody for your beautiful comments. And people were saying that it helped them a lot to understand the basis of decoding a birth chart. So I'm going to do some more. And the really good news I have is that I'm getting more help right now with the birth charts. As of mid-April, I have a graphic designer friend is going to help me. So I'm going to be able to put up more YouTube videos. So looking forward to that.
Jérôme Deschamps says her video explaining astrology is excellent. Oh. And Jerome, I know you're deckhand, but I just like to be, you'll always be a Deschamps to me.
He has a very French name, Jérôme Deschamps.
I know. I love it. Maybe he just doesn't want to accept the French lineage. I don't know. Jerome, are you still in the chat? Let
You're
us know.
one of us, Jerome.
You're one of us, Jerome. You're part of the community. The French connection here on Maison Jupiter with Beyond Mystic. I love it. All that from, what was that flower's name again in English?
Pion?
Peony. Pivoine. Peony. I love it. No problem. My family is from Germany. Oh. Germany. Deckhand. Okay. Je suis du Québec aussi. All right. Ben, merci beaucoup tout le monde. Merci beaucoup, Julie. Folks, please do remember to go and subscribe here at Maison Jupiter on YouTube. She's at 4,740 strong. Let's try to give her a few thumbs up and the subscriptions here to bump her over that 5,000 psychological mark. Help me out. Give her a thumbs up and go subscribe to that channel if you haven't already done so. I've put the link in the live chat and also in the description box below. And of course, please join me tomorrow night again for Janine and Thursday with Mr. Jason Quitt for another cool episode of Beyond Disclosure. I'm Jean-Claude BeyondMystic. This was another episode of Galactic Odyssey with my friend Julie and of course myself. I love you guys. Have a great evening and we'll talk to you soon. Au revoir.
Merci, Jean-Claude. Bye.
Bye.